Okay, let's look at the homework 6.3, 6.4, problem number 5. Right? So we want to approximate this definite integral using trapezoid rule and the Simpson's rule. Right? So let's do that. Alright, so first we're going to identify what we need. So here, lower limit is our a value, and the upper limit is our b value, right? And this is the function right here, so we call it f of x. Alright, then n equals 4. Alright, so let's do that and see. We have an interval going from, say, 0 to 2. So it goes something like that. So it goes from 0 to 2, right? Then we split that into 4 equal sections since n equals 4. So you can see that this is going to be 0.5 or 1/2, and this will be 1, and this will be 1.5. Right? And so we can call this guy x0, and this is x1, and this is x2, and this is x3, and this is x4. Right? So let's do part A, trapezoidal rule. Oops. Maybe I want to use blue. Right? T4 is what we want to find. Right? So remember that it's going to be b minus a. So b in this case is 2 minus a is 0 over, right, 2 times n, in this case 4, t4. Right, then you have, right, plug in the very first number, so plug in 0 in there, so e to the 0 is going to be 1, right? Right, plus, right, so this is going to be 2 times, right, plug in 0.5, so it's going to be e to the negative 0.5 squared, right, and plus 2 times e to the, right, and plug in 1, so it's going to be negative 1 squared, so it's going to be just negative 1, right? And next one is 1.5, so it's a 2 times e to the negative, then you have 1.5 squared, right, plus, and plug in 2, so it's going to be e to the negative 2 squared would be 4, so it's negative 4. Alright, so let's compute this value. So this is going to be approximately, alright, so bring out the calculator. Alright, so we need to compute. I'm going to just go ahead and add these guys up first. So you have 1 plus 2 times e to the, which is this guy, e to the, right, negative 0.5 squared, so 0.5 squared, right? Then you're going to have the next term would be plus 2 times e to the negative 1, so it's going to be e to the negative 1, right, plus, no, actually not there, so I'm going to just, let's see, delete that. Alright, so I'm going to go down, and plus 2 times e to the, all right, next one is negative, all right, 1.5 squared, right? Then go down, and plus just e to the negative 4, right? So let's hit enter to compute the value, right? Then you see that here to 2 and 2, oops, 2 and 2 cancel out. So it's going to be 1 over 4. So you just have to divide by 4. So I'm going to divide this answer by 4. Right? So that will give us the answer. Right? So we want 3 decimal places. So this is going to be 0.881. Right? Because it's 6, so it's going to be 0.881. All right. Similarly, we can do the Simpson's rule. So B, all right, S sub 4 is equal to, all right, so it's going to be still B, which is 2, minus A, which is 0, over, now 3 times N. So N is 4, right? Then we have 1 plus, right, instead of 2, it starts with 4, e to the negative 0.5 squared plus 2 times e to the negative 1 plus 4 times e to the negative 1.5 squared plus e to the negative 4. All right, so let's find this value. All right, so it's going to be 1 plus 4 times e to the negative 0.5 squared, right, and plus 2 times e to the negative 1 plus 4 times e to the negative 1.5 squared and plus e to the negative 4. Right? So hit enter. All right, then we just need to divide this by, let's see, we can cancel 2 and 4. So it's going to be 1 over 3 times 2, 6. So you have to divide by 6. So it's going to be divided by 6. And this will give you 0.0882, right? So it's about 0.882, right? So let's type these numbers in to see if it's correct. All right, so trapezoid rule gave us 0.881, and the Simpsons rule gave us 0.882. Right? So let's go down and submit for testing. All right, it came back and looks like we got both of these guys correctly. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.